Have you ever had a learner who participates and engages but freezes at the written assessment? Meet Sarah, a student in an advanced creative writing course. She's one of the most engaged students in the class. During workshops, she spots plot holes, suggests stronger dialogue, and helps classmates develop more believable characters. Then the instructor posts the final assignment. Write a short story that demonstrates the techniques we've studied this semester. Sarah opens a blank document and freezes. How long should the story be? What techniques should she focus on? Is the instructor looking for creativity, strong dialogue, character development? Of The problem isn't that Sarah can't write. The problem is that she's trying to hit a target she can't see. That's where UDL, Universal Design and Learning, a framework for reducing barriers to learning, and its representation clarity considerations come in. Instead of posting only the assignment prompt, the instructor could provide a roadmap that breaks the project into manageable steps. For example, step one, choose a theme for your story. Step two, create a main character and identify their conflict. Step three, select two literary techniques from the course. Step four, draft your story. Step five, revise using a checklist before submission. By breaking a complex assignment into smaller, clearly defined tasks, instructors reduce overwhelm and help learners focus on one step at a time. When learners can see clearly the path forward, they're more likely to demonstrate what they know instead of spending their energy figuring out where to begin. That's UDL in action.
Have you ever had a learner who knows the concept but struggles to express it? Meet Miguel, a college freshman taking an environmental science course. He enjoys this subject. On his own time, he watches videos on the science behind climate change and its effects on the world. He understands environmental science concepts. During class discussions, Miguel makes connections that other students miss. Then the instructor assigns a formal research paper using academic language and CSE citations. Miguel understands the subject matter, but when it comes to putting his ideas into formal academic writing, he gets stuck. Finding the formal language he needs for academic writing takes longer. Organizing his thoughts feels overwhelming. The blank page becomes a barrier between what he knows and what he can show. And the assignment only provides one way to demonstrate his learning. That's where UDL, Universal Design and Learning, a framework for reducing learning barriers, and its expression options consideration comes in. If the assignment's goal is to demonstrate researchability and grasp of the concepts, learners could demonstrate that understanding in different ways. One student might write a traditional essay, another might create a video on the subject, another could record a podcast discussion or design a multimedia presentation. The learning goal stays the same. The way learners demonstrate their understanding becomes more flexible. By providing multiple options for expression, instructors remove barriers that can prevent learners from showing what they know. When learners have multiple ways to demonstrate understanding, they're more likely to focus on sharing their knowledge instead of struggling with expression format. That's UDL in action.
Have you ever had a learner disengage in discussion? Meet Jasmine, a student in a college level ethics course. When assignments are submitted, her work is thoughtful and insightful. She clearly understands the material. But during class discussions, Jasmine rarely speaks. As the semester progresses, she participates less and less. The instructor starts to wonder if she's losing interest in the course. But Jasmine isn't disengaged from the content. She's disengaged from the way participation is happening. Every discussion begins the same way. What are your thoughts? The same few students jump in. The conversation moves quickly. By the time Jasmine has organized her thoughts, the discussion has already shifted to a new topic. That's where UDL, a framework for reducing barriers to learning, and its supportive participation consideration comes in. Instead of relying on spontaneous discussion alone, the instructor can build in structures that invite more learners into the conversation. For example, students might spend 2 minutes writing down their thoughts before sharing, discuss ideas with a partner first, or contribute through a discussion board, poll, or shared document. These strategies create multiple pathways for participation while keeping the learning goal the same. When learners feel prepared, included, and supported, participation becomes less about who can speak the fastest and more about who has something valuable to contribute. That's UDL in action.